see all of you here today. We would like to stand and do our pledge of allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Our next item on the agenda is to approve our agenda. Recommendation?
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve the agenda.
Motion? Second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All in favor? Nay. The ayes have it, motion's been passed. The next item on the agenda is the superintendent's report. Mr. Alderman.
Madam President, I have two special awards that we are going to be recognizing people for this evening, and also two presentations. The first award, our Lewisburg Elementary Principal, Ms. Sherry Anderson, is in attendance, and I'm going to turn this over to her so she can tell us about the teacher and the award.
Good afternoon. So, the Presidential Award for Excellence in Mathematics and Science Teaching is one of the highest awards given by the President of the United States for K-12 educators in math and science. So, the recipients of that reward have shown excellent qualities in providing high instruction. They're mentors for their teachers, they're inspiration to the community, and they also have a desire to improve STEM academics. So Ms. McKinnon is a 5th grade teacher at Lewisburg Elementary School. She teaches math and science. This summer, she was called and told that she was the recipient of this award. So she actually went to Washington and was handed this award by the President of the United States. This was a 2-year process for her to receive this award. She was actually nominated by her prior principal, Ms. Anita Samples. And through this nomination process, there's 2 years of stuff that she has to complete. She has to complete portfolios, she has to record videos and send those in, and then she has to do reflections. All of this information was sent into the state of Mississippi, where she was chosen as the top 2 people to represent the state of Mississippi. It was then given to the National Science Foundation Board, where they reviewed it, and then it was sent on where the president would review and make his choice selection, and she was one of those chosen, and she was chosen to represent the state and DeSoto County. So we are super proud of her at Lewisburg Elementary School, because that is a huge accomplishment, and I think that that just shows you how great our education here is at DeSoto County Schools. So we're really proud of her for being able to represent us in that way.
Thank you for your support. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'll try to meet you. Oh, yes, I will. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. I'm proud of you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Let's get one from Ms. Samples. Ms. Samples. get all the, I know you got some supporters here, so we'll get them to be in the picture. We have another award. This one is going to be as a result of our teacher career fair, which we were just talking about just a little while ago. I'm going to ask Mr. Alexander to say a few words about this.
I just want you to know, like everyone else, DeSoto County Schools has felt the teacher shortage nationwide. We've always been very involved in going to local colleges and state colleges and doing recruitment. But last year, we decided to bring those prospective educators to us. And we held our first teacher career fair on March the 8th of last year. A lot of people work from civil services to make it the success it was. Having the person that organized everything, the person behind the scenes that made it all possible was Ms. Bryant. That's just a few things. The digital imaging you had to do to promote it, the securing all sponsored donations. This was completely paid for, not with any school money, with businesses that sponsored us, and also advertising. We advertised with all our local universities, social media. We even did a spot on 95.3 The Rebel. I could go on and on, but I learned it takes a lot to plan an event like this. Some numbers from that event: we had 225 prospective educators that came in this room and met our principals. We have 95 of those people that were there that day that are teaching in our school today. So it's an understatement to say that it was a success. We've already begun, Ms. Bryant's already begun working on our 2019 Teacher Career Fair. She's going to come out in on March the 5th, Tuesday, March 5th this year. Because of her vision, hard work, and organization, and overall success of the Teacher Career Fair, the Mississippi School Public Relations Association has awarded Ms. Ashley Bryant the Gold Medallion Award. She did a wonderful job.
Get used to it. I'd say to Ms. Bryant, as soon as that career fair was over, she started planning the 2019 Teacher Career Fair. And so we're excited about what that event will hold this spring. Great job, Ms. Bryant. All right, and as you see by looking at the stage, we've got a lot of blue and a lot of orange on today. That is for National Bullying Prevention Month, which is the month of October. We've asked our Director of Student Services, Mr. Marco Finley, to come forward and give us a report on anti-bullying efforts in our schools.
Good afternoon. Well, as Ms. Austin just stated, October is Bullying Prevention and Awareness Month. And board members, I appreciate all of you for supporting us in your good orange today. So thanks for me. Again, I want you all to know that DeSoto County Schools, we participate in two major campaigns for bullying prevention and awareness. The first one is Stop Out Bullying, and on October 1st of this year, we encourage all of our students to wear blue, as you can see here in the picture. And we have a lot of our elementary schools that have grabbed a hold of this, and they love participating in it, as well as our middle and high schools as well. October 24, 2018, we're participating in the National Day of Unity. And as you can see here, these are photos from the past. We'll do that upcoming here in the next week or so, but all of our students are encouraged to wear orange and to once again show that we are unified in what we believe. Not only do we have bullying and prevention during the month of October, but we stress it throughout the entire school year. We begin with our counselors. They provide guidance lessons and classes throughout the year. And they also teach conflict resolutions to peer groups in small sessions. And hopefully this can carry on out to the larger student body so that we know how to treat one another when it comes down to conflicts and whatever you may have with students. We practice active supervisions in all of our schools. We investigate all allegations of bullying, and also every morning if you walk into any DeSoto County school, you should hear character education being tied into the morning announcements. Also, we provide advice to our students. We always tell our students to share with an adult what's happening. And a lot of times, you know, it's hard for us to deal with after the fact if a kid retaliates or something. So we encourage all students to talk to the nearest adult if you are in a situation where you feel that you're being bullied. We ask students to stay in a group. We also ask them to join clubs and take part of activities because you all know that we have safety in numbers. And the biggest thing we deal with is online bullying, cyber bullying. So we encourage students to not to reply when someone, you know, spreads information out there on you that's not true or harmful or hurtful. So a lot of times on Monday, we would feel that Monday is a quiet day in the school, but we tend to have to deal with social media events that happen over the weekend. So we encourage all students, if you can't be positive, then, you know, stay off this social media. Here are our procedures for bullying. If it's reported to us, then of course we conduct an immediate investigation. We document all findings using the bullying report forms. We contact parents of all parties involved. That may be the bully, the person who's doing the bullying, as well as bystanders if we need to do so. And at that point, then we'll administer corrective action. And that could be the students meeting with the counselor, or it could be negative discipline consequences, just depending on the severity of the situation. And if needed, we will create a safety plan in order to assist certain students throughout the day if it calls for that. And also with online, we have a reporting system that anybody can go to any school website in the district or our main website and report anonymously of a situation that they know is occurring inside of a school. Here are some planned activities that we had this year at all grade levels, especially during the month of October. But board members, I asked Ms. Cross to provide you all with a copy of what each school had going on during that month. And so if you're in the Olive Branch District, Mr. Nichols, and you want to look at a school to see what did Olive Branch Elementary School do, then you can go in and look at that. And I thought that would be better than just highlighting certain schools. Here at the top, you see Walls Elementary. Their students participated in the Footprint to Success walk to come up with our creative ideas to stop bullying and what they can do to make other students feel welcome in the school. Here at the bottom, Center Hill Elementary School used chalk and the sidewalk to put messages of kindness there. I like DeSoto Central Elementary School. One activity that they used was what does bullying sound like, look like, smell like, feel like. You see one of the students said it smells like garbage, and so I can agree with that student there. South Haven Middle School, we partnered with the Hope Center, or South Haven Middle School is partnered with the Hope Center, and they kicked off last Saturday on October the 13th, I think, and they had a big rally. And they had over 100 students in attendance. They provided the students with cone ice and, well, I can show you the picture, cone ice and Chick-fil-A. So they had 100 students in attendance. So I can imagine once the word is around that free Chick-fil-A was there, then we should probably double or triple that number. But you can see at the top here, some of the things that they taught the students was, okay, this is the bottom picture, how to get away if you're apprehended or someone is trying to abduct you. So they gave them some skills self-defense skills. They also talked about how to handle online affairs, as well as they just allowed the students to participate in events, and I hear it was a blast. In the bottom left-hand side there, you see Mr. McKinney. He's our principal at Hope Sullivan Elementary. He was there, and like I said, it was a blast. And the Hope Center, their plan is to actually spend Monday through Thursday after school with the students, and they're going to bring in mentors and just people to build rapport and help some of our students out. And it's a great partnership, and we are proud to have them on board. Also, our middle schools this year, we invited John Halligan to speak with our students, and he shared Ryan's story, and I'm sure many of you are familiar with that, where his son committed suicide. And after he left Center Hill Middle, I had the opportunity to speak with my sons about it, and the story was, you know, it's a real life situation where you can look at and see a parent actually going through it, and they talked to me about how students were able to talk and share with one another the significance of being there and not bullying one another. So I think that was worthwhile, and it's a sad story, but hopefully we can learn from what he shared with us. Some of our high schools here created posters. You see South Haven High School created a poster here on how to report it: verbal, physical, cyberbullying, and social alienation. And Hernando High over to the right, they put a poster together to encourage students to use our anonymous site to report bullying or any other school matters that need to be reported. And South Haven, Horn Lake High put small segments together. I tried to put the video here to make it work, but I'm not as savvy as I thought I was, but we'll come back. But here we're closing out with some pictures. This is Center Hill High School here, middle school here, talking about kindness, and you see that we brought the Chick-fil-A cow out. So we had a great time, and we hope that our students learn how to take care of each other and be respectful. And as I close, Russ.
Push your mouse over to the left.
To the left?
All the way.
Well, I tell you what, I wanted to show you all the video that Horn Lake High put together, but I'll send it to you. You all can see it at another time. So, do you all have any questions about what I shared with you all? Okay, thanks. Y'all have a great evening.
Great presentation, Mr. Finley. We appreciate all your effort. This time we've got our teacher spotlight segment. I'd like to ask the principal of Center Hill Middle School, Mr. Larry Hood, to please come forward and introduce today's teacher spotlight.
Good afternoon. Ms. Gretchen Eisenhart will be shining the spotlight on Center Hill Middle School today. Ms. Eisenhart has been at Center Hill Middle School since 2012. She currently teaches our 8th grade accelerated math students. Ms. Eisenhart has been prepared for this presentation for around 10 months. I don't know if you remember, but we were supposed to be in the spotlight in January of this year, but Mother Nature had other plans. So since January, she's been able to add a few things. And as you will see in the presentation of Center Hill Middle School, we do not just teach reading, writing, and arithmetic, as you remember it. We try to expose students to the entire educational experience. We're not just teaching at Center Hill Middle School, we're molding students that will lead today, tomorrow, and forever. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy the presentation. At this time, I guess Ms. Eisenhart to come on up.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Center Hill was established in 2009 to provide a quality education to students in grades 6 through 8. In 2009, Center Hill achieved the status of high-performing school. In 2010 and 2011, we were a star school, and from 2012 to present day, we have been an A-rated school. The faculty of CHMS is committed to educating and challenging children in a safe and caring environment. The faculty helps to promote self-discipline and quality character in their students in order for them to be lifelong learners who are able to adapt in an ever-changing global society. Center Hill students and faculty are involved throughout the school year with a variety of service projects in DeSoto County as well as other neighboring communities. We have several school organizations who are committed to outreach through service projects. Our Junior Beta Club is for 6th through 8th graders. They adopted the Healing Hearts Child Advocacy Center in the 2016-2017 school year as an organization that they wanted to support. Each year during October and November, members sell donuts before school to students and faculty to raise money for Tyler's Closet and a pinwheel garden. Tyler's Closet provides basic necessities for children who are removed from unsafe environments in DeSoto and Tate counties. $486.25 was the amount raised last year from donut sales, and currently they are underway for this year's selling. During National Child Abuse Prevention Month, CHMS students show their support for Beta Club's Pinwheel Garden project by donating $1 for a blue ribbon with their name written on it to display in our school's commons area. The proceeds from the ribbon sales, along with funds from donut sales, plant a pinwheel garden. Last year, Beta volunteers planted 336 pinwheels in front of Bancorp South on Hacks Cross Road in Olive Branch. The pinwheels represent the number of child abuse victims who were provided services by the Healing Hearts Child Advocacy Center. During Beta Club's fall induction ceremony, canned goods are collected from current and newly inducted members to donate to the Olive Branch Food Pantry. Last December, Beta Club sponsored a school-wide toy drive for children staying at FedEx Family House during Christmas. Beta members also helped to restock the FedEx Food Pantry by donating single-serve boxes of cereal. The FedEx House is for families of children who are patients at Le Bonheur Children's Hospital. For the past 3 years, Beta Club members have volunteered to read to kindergarten and first grade students at Overpark Elementary School. Our student council collected needed items for the flood victims in Texas after Hurricane Harvey. They also collect canned goods during November and December for the Olive Branch Food Pantry by sponsoring a school-wide drive. Our cheerleading squad sponsors a care package drive each year for troops deployed overseas. This drive is known as Shoeboxes for Soldiers. Our choirs are busy during the school year singing throughout our community. And you can see that there's a picture of them caroling at City Hall. They performed at the Fall Festival, and they do a lot of singing at local nursing homes. One of our faculty members had a deep interest in starting a Best Buddies program in our school after participating in last year's Best Buddies Friendship Walk. Best Buddies is a program that builds friendships between students with and without intellectual and developmental disabilities, offering them social mentoring while improving the quality of life and level of inclusion. These are just some pictures of the first social event that was held at the school a few weeks ago. Our dance team and cheerleaders send off our special needs students in a parade of champions as they prepare to participate in the Special Olympics. Here they are gathered in front of the school before going to compete, and then they're at the event taking a break. Center Hill Middle strives to give recognition to students who achieve success academically, behaviorally, and in their various school competitions. Every Friday, a Mustang of the Week is selected at random in a drawing. These are students who receive special recognition from a teacher for performing an act of kindness. And this display is in our commons area as you first walk in the school for everybody to see. Each 9 weeks, all students in grades 6 through 8 that make honor roll or principal's list are recognized for their academic achievements with a breakfast. These students also receive a special t-shirt to wear on Tuesdays to let them be out of dress code and to sit where they want to during lunch. They also receive a dog tag that specifies if they were an honor roll or principal's list recipient. Each year, our Youth in Government Club participates at the district competition, and last year our teams won awards as a team and individually. Our speech and debate team has also competed at the district level and has won awards. Our chess and knowledge bowl teams are very competitive, and they usually bring home an award or two. Center Hill Middle School had the largest group of students to receive the Microsoft Office Specialist Certification in Word Award. Last year, our 7th grade football and 7th grade basketball teams were the district champions. And last but not least, what we are most proud of at our school is the fact that we were the recipient of the National Blue Ribbon Award. In 2018, we were recognized as a National Blue Ribbon School by the U.S. Department of Education based on our school's overall academic performance or progress in closing achievement gaps among student subgroups. Center Hill was honored as an exemplary high-performing school because it is among the state of Mississippi's highest performing schools as measured by state assessments or nationally normed tests. This is the highest recognition a school can ever receive. What we like to say over on our part of the county, and before I say what I'm going to say, I invite you to go to the National Blue Ribbon Registry and look at Center Hill's webpage. It tells all about Center Hill, and you can see the application process that we had to go through in order to receive this nomination from our local or our state board of education, who then submitted it on to the U.S. Department of Education. Now what I'll say. At Center Hill, this is a very great place for teachers to educate students and for students to learn. In our area of the county, we say, go Mustangs and respect the Hill. Thank you so much for the opportunity to present and put the spotlight on Center Hill Middle School today.
Ms. Eisenhart, that was a great presentation and a great representation for Center Hill Middle School. And if the weather would have cooperated, we wouldn't have been able to have the National Blue Ribbon.
You're absolutely right.
So that worked out good. But congratulations to Center Hill Middle School, to our faculty, staff, and administrators on that award. Our board members will be out there with you. I know they've already come out there once, and we're coming back again in just a couple of weeks on November 2nd to celebrate again. And then Mr. Hood, you'll be going to Washington, D.C. on November 8th, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
That's awesome. That's a great accomplishment. We look forward to hearing back from you after your trip to receive that award. So, great presentation. Ms. Eisenhart, we appreciate your leadership. Mr. Hood, Mr. Finley, great presentation. Ms. Anderson, we appreciate your leadership. Ms. McKinnon, congratulations again. And Ms. Bryant, congratulations again. We're proud of all of you. And so that will conclude my superintendent's report. And if any of them would like to leave, now would be a good time to do that before we move on to other business. All right, thank you all.
The next item on the agenda is our attorney's report.
Yes, Madam President, I have an ongoing litigation matter and a property transaction matter, both of which need to be discussed in executive session.
We need the approval of our minutes for October 4th, 2008 board meeting and October 11th, 2018 special call meeting that we had. I need a motion. Second.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All against nay. The ayes have it, so it's passed. The next item is our consent agenda. We have letters A through double G. We are not reading all of these, we have, but we'll just have to read them yourself. Are there any changes that any of you would like to question or some suggestions? Okay. I need a recommendation,
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve the consent agenda.
a motion. Second. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it, so the motion is passed. The next item that we have will be new business. Under our new business, we have personnel, Mr. Alexander.
Ma'am, your personnel packet this afternoon, pages 1 through 3 are recommendations. Pages 4 and 5 are personnel changes. Page 6 is memo for employees that are non-licensed receiving $65 daily or licensed substitute pay of $112 daily. Page 7 is a memo from our Director of English Learners requesting board approve a new EL teacher unit. This is due to the drastic increase in our EL student enrollment for the 2018 school year. Olive Branch Elementary, Pleasant Hill Elementary, and South End Elementary have basically doubled the enrollment of the students in their grades, kindergarten, first grade, since the beginning of the year began. Page 8 is a memo from our Director of Special Education requesting to pay a part-time speech language pathologist $40 per hour. This individual will be used to provide services. The private schools have agreements with the DeSoto County Schools for speech service plans. Work no more than 19 and a half hours per week. Page 9 is a memo from Dr. Flo, principal of Fernando Middle School. He's requesting training for 2 days at the end of October for his new receptionist. She'll be training with Ms. Stoner, who is leaving to take the job here at Central Services. Dr. Flo is asking that she be compensated for these 2 days working at her hourly rate of pay. Page 10 is a flow chart for the operations department. Page 11 is a workflow chart for the chief financial officer. Page 12 is workflow chart for assistant business manager. Page 13 is a workflow chart for the athletics department. Page 14 is a flow chart for student services department. Page 15 is a flow chart for the chief operations officer. This is just a change in administrative assistant, replacing Ms. Chalmers. Ms. Stoner will be, and she will now be a shared position with the assistant superintendent and the chief operations officer. Also, make note that Ms. Lee has replaced Mr. Warner, who we resigned earlier in the year. Page 16 is the flow chart for technology department. Page 17 is flow chart for residency department. Page 18 is flow chart for accreditation and IMSIS. Page 19 is flow chart for security and risk management. Page 20 is the flow chart for child nutrition. Page 21 is flow chart for transportation. Page 22 is the flow chart for physical plant maintenance. Pages 23 through 25 is the part-time supervisor construction energy job description. Simply do the personnel reports to, which will be Mr. White. There's a change there. Page 26 and 27 is area manager job description. Those we have 4 presently who will now report to Mr. Sam Hall. Pages 28 and 29 is the communications tech job description, and our employee there will now report also to Mr. Sam Hall. Page 30 and 31 is the life and safety tech job description. This will now report to Sam Hall. And pages 32 and 33 is the data support receptionist job description. And this person now reports to Mr. Chase, it was an office manager position previously, but now it's an administrative assistant position. Page 34 is request for additional pay on after-school tutoring for students at Fort Lake Intermediate School who need extra academic support. Total hours 925, rate of pay at $27 an hour. They begin 10/19/18 and end on June 30th, 2019. Page 35 is a list of employees who will work on the after-school tutoring at Fort Lake Intermediate School. Page 36 is additional pay for Ms. Andrews and Ms. Moore, who will work on after-school tutoring for students at the Palmer home. They can work up to 220 hours at $27 per hour beginning 10/19/18 and ending June 30th, 2019. Page 37 is a request for additional pay for Ms. Buford, who will work after-school tutoring also at the Palmer home, 220 hours total, $27 per hour beginning 10/19/18 and ending on June the 30th, 2018. Page 38 is a request for additional pay for Ms. Butler, who will work at tutoring students at Lake Conroe Middle School. These total hours will be up to 100 at the rate of $27 per hour beginning 10/19/18 and ending June 30th, 2019. And then finally, page 39 is a request for additional pay for Mr. Tipton and Ms. Mullen to work for after-school tutoring at Horn Lake High School. These total hours to be worked will be 300 for a total rate of $27 per hour beginning 10/19/18 and ending June 30th, 2019.
Any recommendation?
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve personnel as presented.
Need a motion? Second?
Second.
All in favor, aye. Aye. All opposed, nay. Motion is passed. The next item we have is student discipline. Mr. Finley.
Madam Chairman, we have student discipline matters to address in executive session.
I need a motion for consideration of closed session to determine whether the board should enter into executive session for the following matters. Student discipline, litigation, and then
I make a consideration motion for the litigation, property and just.
all in favor, aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Motion passes. We'll have a recess meeting November 1st for the regular meeting.